Good morning once again. Real Sports Live Southwest, Real Sports Live Vic Media partners. We're live. Pink Taco, week 3 of the Gridiron Talk Show. Of course, we talk X's and O's with Coach Eric Villaseñor and Coach Tom Gonzalez of the Eagle Pass Eagles. As you can see right here, my shirt, it is that week. Yes, week 3, where it's rival week. And we got, of course, our special guest from Pink Taco, Victor Lozoya, as he gets everybody in here eating tacos. But, of course, they're open from Monday through Thursday from 6 to 11. That's 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then Fridays and Saturdays from 6 to 12. So if you guys want to eat something good, something delicious, come out after the game. We're eating out. Never tastes so good. That's Pink Taco, 666 East Main Street. You can call them up at 830-872-0022 to order their tacos, lunches. Their specialty dish is a hot dog. Even looking at it, I got hungry. And then, of course, burritos. Victor, how we doing this morning?
Hello, we're doing real good, sir.
And Victor Lozoya, of course, is the owner-operator of Pink Taco. Make sure you guys come down. We're going to talk to Coach Tom Gonzalez, and we're going to talk to Coach Eric Villaseñor. Of course, all week we've had games. Monday started with 7th grade, Tuesday 8th grade. Yesterday, a great game with both freshman teams. 8-6 was the score. The CC win Mavericks took that in the final seconds of the fourth quarter. And then tonight, JV, they play at the Student Activity Center, the EPISD Student Activity Center, Colesdale Foster Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Eagle Pass. And then, of course, tomorrow night, Friday night, we're going to be live audio. So any alumni that wants to catch the game, that can't be here, they can actually listen. And then an hour after, they get to watch it. Pink Taco, Victor, let's talk about Pink Taco and of course, the slogan, eating out never tasted so good. Where did that come from?
Well, Freddie, that's exactly what we are. I mean, eating out never tasted so good. That's basically what describes our place.
Your place, and of course, I've had the privilege of coming in and eating the lonche, which is, how can I describe it? It's got cilantro, it's got red onions, it's got the sweet onion, as they call it. It's a special cheese that they have in the lonche, of course, beef steak. So all that explodes in your mouth, man, as far as when you bite into it, and it's a good thing. Where did the menu come from?
Well, the menu, we took a long time developing the menu, and we tried a whole bunch of different ingredients and we didn't invent the taco or the lonche, but we just perfected it.
You perfected it, yeah, that's right. The perfection is here. Make sure you guys visit them at 666 East Main Street. And make sure you guys come on down. They're going to be open late on Friday night, 6 to 12. So make sure you guys come down. Place your order. You can actually call in. 830-872-0022 is the number to call. It's 830-872-0022. The decor, man. The decor in here, when you come in here, it's Molly crewed out. It's vintage LA, vintage what you call the Strip. Am I right?
That is correct. We are playing, giving a little homage to the Sunset Strip and the glam bands of the 80s. That's exactly what we're doing in this place.
The 80s, and of course, when you perfect the street taco and have it in a way where a lot of people haven't had it. Of course, we'll talk more about your signature dish, the hot dog. Nothing like, I haven't seen nothing like it. Of course, you got the Chicago dogs, you got all this other stuff, but the signature hot dog that you have, what is it, the ingredients, and where did you guys come up with this dish?
Like I said before, Freddie, we tried a whole bunch of different breads, and we actually get our bread in here. It's custom made for the shop. It's not anything you can buy at a store or anything like that. And the ingredients, we worked with a lot of ingredients, so we wanted to do a big twist on a Mexican hot dog, which is jalapeno, cilantro, onion, and
tomate
and tomato, yeah.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do a big twist. So we kind of, went overboard with the type of bread we use, but it's well worth it. Once you get in here, you'll figure it out.
Exactly. And with that, we'll take a break. We'll be back with more from Pink Taco, Gridiron Talk Show, Week 3, Eagles Mavericks. We'll be back with more after this.
Valdez Tire Record Service, located at 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. With 24-hour roadside service, commercial tow, automotive repair shop, call us today at 830-757-3102. Valdez Tire Record Service wishes the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Win Mavericks a successful team season. Kumo Fitness Supplements and Lifestyles at Mall de las Águilas. Come in and visit our store or our website at www.kfsups.com. Don't miss the opportunity to be something you can be. Kumo Fitness, located at 575 Commercial Street, Eagle Pass, Texas. Stop by anytime, 24/7. Work out on your own time at Kumo Fitness.
EPER Recycling Center, 3323 Del Rio Boulevard, open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. But don't throw it away. Recycle it today at 3323 Del Rio Boulevard. For more information on how to turn your scrap into cash, call 758-0685 or find us on Facebook.
And we're back live. Week 3 of Gridiron Talk. We're with Victor Lozoya, owner of Pink Taco. We're eating out, never tasted so good. 666 East Main Street, 872-0022 is the number to call to order. You got half dozen. You can make a dozen, right?
Yeah, you can make it.
Yeah, a dozen.
That's no problem.
But a half dozen. Burritos. The burritos, I had to taste. I mean, you got the of course the beef, the bean. Is it a typical burrito, or is it something different that you put into this particular burrito?
It's not you can't say it's a special burrito. It's 10 inches long. I mean, I'll give you that. It has beans. It has a special cheese that you can't find here. It has the meat, actually. You know, the meat, the grilled onions.
Yeah.
The grilled onions come inside the burrito.
Okay.
And this is sautéed green cooked onions. It's not just your regular white onion. It's something else.
Exactly. So again, these dishes, or that you didn't invent anything. You just kind of put your twist into it. And Pink Taco, again, we go back to the decor. We got, of course, the Tower Records picture here. Of course, Kiss, and then you got I guess it's the whiskey go-go.
The whiskey go-go, yeah.
And of course, you got Bret Michaels. Is it that Bret Michaels?
It's Vince Neil.
That's Vince Neil.
Vince Neil in his heyday.
In his heyday, back in the day when, of course, you got Nikki Sixx on here, Mick Mars, Tommy Lee. The signatures, I guess you got them from the.
Yeah, well, they're the original signatures, but in big vinyl, so they would stick to the wall. That's what we did, yeah.
And there's something particular here that again, when I walked in here, you got vinyl records, but you also have signatures. Like, was that something that you kind of incorporated as far as your patrons, as far as customers coming in?
Oh yeah, definitely. We wanted everybody to feel like a rock star when they're eating here. So everybody, not only the big rock stars leave their signature on this wall, but in the gray wall, anybody can sign.
There you go. And you come in, you eat. It's delicious. You go to the wall, you get a Sharpie, and you put your name on it. So, hey, come on by. Make sure you guys, Monday through Thursday from 6 p.m. to 11, and Friday and Saturday from 6 to midnight. Again, the big game is on Friday, so don't forget to eat out. And again, eating out never tastes so good here at Pink Taco. So make sure, you guys go ahead and order out if you need to. It's a drive from the SAC into town as far as downtown Eagle Pass, right on 666 East Main Street. So make sure you guys call ahead, and they'll make it fresh. They'll get it to you, and you can have your dinner. The beefsteak tacos, that's what I had last night. They were delicious, man. With the green and red salsa that we put on, and then the grilled onions, delicious. Again, don't forget, guys, come by, check it out after the big game. Week 3, Eagles, Mavericks, and it's been a week of games. I mean, Monday the 7th grade played. Tuesday, 8th grade played. Those games were tremendous on those 2 days, and then last night the freshmen played, and the Mavericks pulled off an 8-6 victory late in the fourth quarter. They drove and got into the end zone, scored the 2-point conversion, and went up 8-6. The Eagles came back. They were driving with about 19 seconds, and it fell short. So, again, tonight, JV, I believe it's at 7:30, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you guys go out there and support both teams. Again, we go back to it's one town, 2 schools, 1 district. It's all a big family. So, guys, shout out to Border Tees Inc., Mr. Cantu and Yasmin. They made this for us last night. If you can see, I have the Maverick. I have the Maverick here, and then I have the Eagle over here. Of course, with EP in the middle, repping hometown. And again, guys, if you guys want to, they're limited. They're very limited on these shirts. But the reason why I have this shirt on is, one, because Real Sports Live Southwest, Vic Media, we support both teams. The other thing is I have a nephew that plays for CC He's a receiver, Armando Yebra. And, of course, my son plays for Eagle Pass High. I have 2 kids that play for Eagle Pass High. One's a sophomore, and, of course, the senior, who is unable to get on the field this year, injuries and whatnot. So, again, but he's down there doing his thing. We're going to be back after this break, and we're going to be talking to Coach Tom Gonzalez. So, again, make sure you guys come down. Pink Taco, 666 East Main Street. Anything you want to add?
No, just come visit, sign our wall, and we're here.
That's Victor Lozoya.
Thanks.
Pink Taco. We'll be back with more after this. Capital Insurance Services has been in business since 1965. We are an independent agency representing Progressive, Allstate, Travelers, and many more. We also provide Mexico insurance. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Owned and operated by Clarissa Rivera and her friendly staff, Amanda Garza and Joanna Salinas.
Bienvenidos al restaurante Lulu. Los esperamos a almorzar o al buffet. Rica comida. Tenemos deliciosa comida casera, donde la comida se hace con mucho amor. Aquí los esperamos. Bienvenidos.
Saritas Tortilla Factory, with 3 great locations to serve you in Maverick County. Come try our delicious barbacoa with the tortillas. Si son Saritas, ni me las calientes. Also, you can get our tortillas in Laredo, Texas at your local supermarket. That's Saritas Tortilla Factory.
Eagle Grocery, La Tienda de los Venados, established in 1939, a staple in downtown Eagle Pass. Make sure you come by and visit our meat market. Also, don't forget, we are ready for Lent. So come by and see our party supplies for all your Easter needs at Eagle Grocery, La Tienda de los Venados. Capital Insurance.
And we're back live. Pink Taco, 666 East Main Street, 872-0022. As you can see, Mr. Lozoya, Victor Lozoya, coming out of the back, trying to cater to all the coaches that are here. We got Tom Gonzalez of the Eagle Pass Eagles, 42-14 Southwest. A good victory coming back after that heartbreaking loss, 28-27 to Uvalde. Alan Rodriguez comes in relief. You bring in the righty after, of course, the junior Fernando Saravia goes down with an injury that sidelined him. But he came in, the veteran quarterback, senior Alan Rodriguez, rushes for 122 yards in the second half. The second half was different from the first half, Coach, and it's always been like that with Southwest in years past that we've caught the games. It's close early, and then for some weird reason, you put it away in the second half. What did you guys talk about at half, Coach?
Well, I think first and foremost, our kids start believing that they can play with anybody, and at first they go in there thinking, oh man, I don't know what to expect. I guess. I mean, that's what I see. Once they come out in the second half and we talk about, going back to the basics and doing what we've been working on all week, they kind of realize, oh, we can play with these guys, and that's exactly what they did. They stuck to the basics and went back to their tendencies and went back to everything that we taught them all week, and they really executed well. Did Southwest surprise you not going with their ground and pound that we've known Southwest to go, and Coach Elliott going to the spread offense a bit more, and kind of going away from what they do best and what a Southwest team does? Yeah, they did. They did. I mean, we expected that. We've scouted them, and we saw a lot of them, and they've kind of transitioned into more of a spread now than they've ever have. But you did see that they threw the ball a little bit more than they usually do. They got a lot of good athletes over there, and they're very well coached, and so I think our defense kind of took them out of their game plan. Coach Olivas and his staff did a great job, and our kids executed it well. And I think that's what the turnaround was.
Coach Cardenas having these young receiving core with Dakota Kupros. That kid has 3 touchdowns in 2 games, somewhere in there. Yeah, because he had 2 of the first game.
Yeah, something like
that. He had a 22-yard touchdown pass from Saravia, and the receiving core of course of him and Carlos Lopez and. Santos. Again, that receiving core, you got speed, and what brings to the table as far as defenses trying to get these guys on check, so to speak?
Well, I mean, anytime you have speedy receivers, and again, let me give credit to Coach Cardenas and his staff. They do a fine job with those guys too. He mixes it up real well, and that in itself is tough to scout and tough to defend. But having 4 good receivers, usually, some teams have 2, maybe 3 good ones, or maybe 1.
Yeah.
And it makes it a lot easier. But with 4 good receivers and a good quarterback that can run and throw, I mean, we saw it last year in Richie.
Yes.
You saw that it's really tough to defend. You can't key on one player.
Yeah,
and
you can't.
Then you add the tailback that's just as good in the mix, and it's tough.
Well, talking about the mix, Coach, you got Isaac Caballero, you got Jose Hernandez, and then of course you have the veteran in the linebacker that plays linebacker, and also does a little carrying the ball. Saul Perales, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Having those guys and having them come in at certain times to maybe put shut the door, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
How does that, as a coach and the coaching staff, say, hey, let's give it to him so he can get us his last 5 yards and milk the clock?
Sometimes when you have guys that run basically the same or catch basically the same, it's who has a hot hand that day, and it goes according to the way the defense is playing you also. If they're covering one guy or they're keen on one running back, well, then you go with someone else, and that's why you see even in the NFL or college where one receiver catches 10 passes one game, and the next week he catches 1.
Yeah.
Because the game plan is different. So, it's really with our tailbacks. I mean, they've all stepped up. They did a great job last week. Adding Alan to that as another tailback back there made it tough, and I was real proud of the way they ran. They ran really tough.
Of course, the disparity, 377 total yards against 255. And, of course, all these stats are by our good friend and Conrado Perez, the official Eagle Pass statistician, the guru of now, the other thing, Coach, that we talk about, again, individually, Saravia had 5 of 7 before he before he went out. He had 5 of 7, 53 and 1 touchdown. What did he bring to the table? Of course, he was just a sophomore, and he was behind all these quarterbacks. And, of course, you had injuries, and injuries compiled. So, people, the next man up. Mm-hmm. But what is it about Saravia that you guys said, hey, this is our guy?
Well, we saw a lot of good things in him. You know, he works hard. Just like all the other guys, he works hard, and he's got a great attitude. I mean, he's one that'll come up to you in the morning and say hi to you, and with a big smile every single day. I mean, his attitude is great. And, you know, add that, you know, Coach Venegas worked with him this summer, all spring, in getting him better as a passer. And you saw it. I mean, he was pinpoint accurate. Just like, again, I go back to Richie last year. You know, and he's probably the closest one to Richie as far as accuracy.
And having that deep ball, because he does have a deep ball. Of course, Alan came in and relieved 9 of 13 for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. We go back to individually. Of course, Samaniego closed the door. And that last pick, but there was the defensive line actually got the pressure and got a hit for him to get that gimme. But offensive, we gave Jose Samaniego the Real Sports Live Southwest defensive player of the game. Then offensive player of the game was of course Alan Rodriguez. I mean, we got to give it up to him because he came in and did his job. Right. What you ask him to do. So of course Friday the 13th. Eagle Pass Eagles, CC win. Colesdale Foster Veterans Memorial Stadium. What more do you? Like I said,
it's a tough game.
I had to support it. Yeah. Is there the whole week, Coach? Because you got Monday through Friday. I mean, you got 7th, 8th. You know, yesterday we saw a great game. You know, it was 8-6 game. But again, it's great for the community because it's all week. I mean, you got 7th, 8th freshmen. Of course, tonight JV plays tonight, and then of course tomorrow night the big dance. It's a non-district game, but of course these games beforehand set you up for, of course, the district opener.
Yeah, and that's why we play Southwest. That's why we play a CC win. We play, you know, tough teams that are going to prepare us for district, and they really do. I mean, going back to the rivalry between us and Win, they're a very good football team. They're very well coached. My cousin Eric is you know, their head coach, of course, and I've personally coached 9 guys, I think around 9 guys on that staff, you know. So, you know, and they coached with me, and so we got a lot of close relationships. But they do a great job over there, and it's a tough game for all of us to be involved in. The community doesn't see the preparation behind it, and the worries that we have taking them home and all that all week. But it's fun for everybody.
Stressful. As Coach mentioned. In week 1, it's a stress week for both head coaches and the coaching staff, just because, again, the preparation and getting everybody ready. But with that being said, we're at Pink Taco, week 3, Gridiron Talk. We're with Coach Tom Gonzalez. We'll be back after the break with Coach Eric and Coach Ramirez. We want to, again, thank the coaches for coming by. We want to thank Victor Lozoya. 666 East Main Street, 872-0022.
Thank you, Victor.
Have you been here, Coach?
I hadn't been here, no, and Victor's a good friend of mine, and, man, he can cook. He does a fantastic job.
Make sure that before we leave today, we all sign the wall and get that taken care of, Coach, because you need to have your name on the wall.
Yeah, he really needs that.
Right. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching Real Sports Live, Southwest.com.
De los Mavericks y los Eagles para que este año les vaya bien y siempre los estaremos apoyando y especialmente aquí amigo David López es mi nieto, le deseamos lo mejor.
Come visit Lulu's at 2955 El Indio Highway for some great Mexican food.
Donde la comida se hace con amor.
Rody's Country Fried Chicken, located at 1910 El Indio Highway, wants to wish the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Win Mavericks a successful season. From the Rodriguez family, come by before or after the game and enjoy some great food.
StatER does its testing and evaluations quickly without the delays of a traditional emergency room. We utilize the full services of a standard ER department, including CT scan, bedside emergency ultrasound, x-rays, and a full clinical laboratory, with a focus on getting you taken care of without long wait times. Stat Emergency Center is here to offer emergency services any day of the week and around the clock. Get the care you deserve. Get treated, not seated.
Texas Diamond Garage is located at 2881 North Veterans Boulevard. Personalize your car, truck, or SUV. Accessories, lift kits, maintenance, brake jobs, oil changes, and filter change. Best tires and rims around. Call them at 830-776-5363. That's Texas Diamond Garage.
Buenas tardes, aquí apoyando a los equipos de los Mavericks y los Eagles para que este año les vaya bien y siempre los estaremos apoyando y especialmente aquí a mi hijo David López, es mi nieto, le deseamos lo mejor.
Come visit Lulu's at 2955 El Indio Highway for some great Mexican food.
Donde la comida se hace con amor.
Rody's Country Fried Chicken, located at 1910 El Indio Highway, wants to wish the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Win Mavericks a successful season. From the Rodriguez family, come by before or after the game and enjoy some great food.
And we're back live. We're with Coach Eric Villaseñor. Coach, you liked our new dig, man.
Yes.
We actually had this Border Tees Inc. Mr. Cantu and Yasmin took care of us. They actually put the EP and then the two logos. Of course, Real Sports Live, Southwest, Real
Looking
Sports
sharp.
Live. Yeah, man. It's all one big community. It's what I keep telling people. It is one of those things. And of course, I have Mando Yerba. He's my nephew, so he's a receiver for you guys. He's a senior. Then of course my senior Eric Heredia is over at Eagle Pass High. And my sophomore is playing tonight, so but I won't be here.
Yeah.
We got Knicks in Roma tonight, 7:00, Shirley Field.
We had
Make
a good
sure you
one
guys-
last night. Should have another good one tonight.
And Saturday we're gonna have a better one.
What do we
That's San Antonio Harlan and United South, man. That's gonna be a good one
yeah,
too.
That sure is.
Yeah, so we're going to be going to Ferris again, Dub Ferris Stadium on Saturday. And, of course, tomorrow night, Friday night, it is I guess the biggest game of the for this town. It's CC Win Eagle Pass. And, Coach, last week, 17-0. A great week one, 30-0, Crystal City. Turnaround. Uvalde does bring a team that's complete with Coach Archie Gonzalez, and he prepared. You guys prepared, but your defense held the first half, 3-0. Of course, the linebacker, Jared Royce, Players of the Week, Jose Hinojosa, defensive end, who has a motor, Coach, right?
Yeah.
And Isaias Flores, the D tackle, doing a great job for you guys on the defensive front. And that's going to be the key this week, week 3, Coach, that defensive front and that offensive line for Eagle Pass.
It's going to be two great battles. I think anything, any game that you go into, it starts up front. So, it's going to be a battle with our defensive line, their offensive line, and our offensive line versus their defensive line.
Yeah, exactly.
Because those are really strong points for each team, and it starts up front if we want to be successful.
Now again, Coach, you mentioned earlier it was turnovers at times, right, where you were going driving and then it stops. Again, the big plays were to their big receiver number 81, and it happened week 1 for Eagle Pass too, where he burned them for a big play, and that's where it was.
No, they have a good ball club. They're 2-0 for a reason, and credit to them. They made the plays. They came out with a good plan, and we didn't execute. And when you don't execute and you commit 3 turnovers, and it's going to come out at the end of the day to prove costly.
Yeah, but Coach, talking about early in the season about Ethan and Padilla, what do you see from those two guys? And again, we don't want to kind of talk about their competition, but these guys, you see in them different things, right, Coach?
They bring different things to the table, but they're both full of potential. I think it's just a matter from us maximizing that potential and making sure we're getting the best out of them and just getting confidence. Above all, gaining that confidence, believing in what we're doing, and making sure that we don't commit any mistakes.
Of course, Ethan had 16 carries, 41 yards. He had the 135 in the first game against Crystal City. He kind of shared the load of the rushing attack with 41 yards on 16 carries. Are we expecting more of him as far as getting more carries week 3, Coach?
Yeah. You're going to see him, with plenty of carries. That's always a game plan established in the run, and building off of that. and I'm not going to reveal any secrets
of course,
heading
yeah.
into tomorrow night. But we know what we're up against. We're up against a good football team, and coached by Coach Gonzalez. He's done a great job, and we always expect a hard-fought battle from them.
Coach, he runs downhill, Coach. You never see him go, side to side. He's a downhill runner. He wants to hit the hole and get as many yards as he can. But he reminds me of one of your, I guess, running back coaches that's there that was a running back back in his day.
Randy Garza?
Yeah, Randy Garza.
Yeah.
Similar to him, he was a downhill runner.
Guy, yeah, downhill runner and protecting the ball. One thing about him, he's possesses great ball security. He's very patient to set up his blocks, and he's getting better with that. I think what's really helped him is him running scout team. He runs scout team against our first defense, and it's only making him better.
There you go. Your secondary, Coach, with Vasquez, and we'll talk to Coach about his secondary with Eric Sanchez and Gilbert Vasquez. What do you expect from them in this game, knowing that they went up against a good receiver in DeAndre Carroll?
DeAndre Carroll, he's a special player. He's got speed, hands, power. He's a good football player. Eagle Pass, they bring a lot of speed to the table. They got 4 quick receivers. Quarterbacks doing really well. Both of them, actually, Saravia and Rodriguez. So we don't know what we're going to get tomorrow night. I don't know who's going to get the start. But we've planned for both, and we've had a good week of preparation for that.
Coach, Axel Rodriguez and Jose Hinojosa, what do you expect from those guys on the front four?
The front seven,
excuse me.
Our front is solid. We feel that that's the strength of our defense. And like I told you early on, it starts up front. And we got to make sure that we don't give up any explosive runs. Put them in difficult situations and conflict situations, and making sure that, with this type of offense, you got to make sure you read your keys.
Yeah, and again, we go back to Conrado Perez, the guru of Eagle Pass sports and everything football, everything sports here. Of course, you guys are coming in 1-1. But again, it like he talks about, the dominant in the trenches. That's where it's going to be. Do you think that's where it's going to be won the old-fashioned way, just up front?
I think so.
Whoever controls the...
Yeah, this type of game, you kind of got to weather the first 4 minutes. There's going to be a lot of emotion involved. But after that, once all that's out of the tank, it's going to come down to what you've been coached.
Once the dust clears, right?
Yeah, once the dust settles, what have you been coached to do? What are you prepared to execute mentally, and making sure that you don't lose the game on penalties, turnovers, things of that nature.
The little things, right, Coach? The little things that stops a drive when you're the momentum. Those are the kind of things that you look back and say, okay, if we didn't have this happen in that drive, we could have still sustained it.
Absolutely.
Coach, as you talk about all these guys that for you guys, this is a veteran team. This is a team that are you're full of seniors. What did you guys talk about after the game? If you let everybody know, I know that a lot of times you don't want to talk about what was said after that 17-0 game.
I mean, to win a football game on Friday nights, you got to play well in all 3 phases of the game. And we played well in one phase of the game. Our defense played lights out. They were on the field too long. I believe they had 75 snaps. That's way too many. And we played well on defense, but we didn't do well on offense. We didn't do very well on special teams either. We got to put it together and make sure that all 3 phases are clicking.
Yeah, and that's a big key for you guys. Of course, the theme is finish, and you have to finish all 3 phases, Coach, in order to get that W at the end of the night on Friday night. Texas high school football, I mean, that's what you live for. That's what those lights turn on, and it's game day. It's game time. Coach, a great victory yesterday, 8-6. Your freshman team came back late in that game, about 2 minutes and something. They ran the ball. The gentleman that was a quarterback,
Ariel Cardona.
Yeah, Cardona. He did a tremendous job controlling the tempo, controlling the game. Again, we want to make sure people know exactly the kids that are out there and who's coming up, Coach. I mean, he's a freshman.
Yeah, I mean, those kids they've come a long way. And, we go over there in January and start working with them at Memorial, and it really pays dividends. You see them develop, you see them grow, and we made some adjustments, as we saw them progress. and they really bought into the program, and we saw it last night. Eagle Pass High School, they played great. They have some great-looking kids. We know we're going to get their best shot tonight at the JV level, and, of course, Friday night, we're going to get their best shot.
Friday night, of course. Is it? I know it's at 7 o'clock, but is it 7:30 start?
We got 7 o'clock kickoff.
7 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah. Coach Gonzalez over there.
Coach Gonzalez decided a 7 o'clock kickoff. We're at Pink Taco, 666 Main Street, 872-0022. If you want to order, they're going to be open late on Friday. Of course, Monday through Thursday from 6 p.m. to 11. I don't know if you've tried their beefsteak tacos. And
the breakfast tacos are
amazing.
Yeah, they're awesome. I thank Victor Lozoya and appreciate him having us here this morning. It's a great establishment here and great setup, man.
Do you remember the 80 hairbands, the rock and roll hairband coach?
He's got it all, man. He looks nice.
The crew, Motley Crew. Yeah. As we talk about Friday and Saturday from 6 to 12, they got beefsteak tacos. They have them with, of course, their signature lunches, their signature dishes, a hot dog. I don't know if you've seen that, Coach. It is a monstrosity of a hot dog. Yeah. I came
What's
in.
The calorie count on that?
I don't know. It's off the roof. I know some of your linemen can at least gobble up 2 or 3 of those to get into the weight room. And then of course the burritos. They got tawas frescas. They have a lemonade, Coach, that you have to try. Okay. You have to try this lemonade. I freaked out when they gave me the lemonade. I tasted it. I was like, what is this lemonade and what is in it? But you have to try it, guys. If you come on down, order the lemonade, and then of course on Facebook, on Twitter, send us a tweet, send us a Facebook comment of how you liked it. Where eating out never tasted so good. That's Pink Taco, and we go back, Coach, as we talk about the receiving core of Eagle Pass. Of course, Dakota Kiporoso, sophomore, David Lopez, Chris Hiller, Carlos Santos, CGC Ricci. They're going to go up against your secondary in Vasquez and the brothers, Gilbert and Andrew, and then Gonzalez and Contreras. Of course, Sanchez, a kid that's a ball hawk. Yeah. I mean, Sanchez has been in your secondary.
He's come a long way.
Yeah, your secondary
he's waited his turn, and he's come a long way, and he's really flourished so far.
Coach, as he has the tail of the tape, rushing 340, passing 145. Total yards in the 2 games, 485, 30 points that you've scored. You've only allowed 17, and rushing allowed 326, 250. So it's kind of balanced there. For Eagle Pass, they're balanced 311, 341. They have a 3-headed monster back there, in actually 4 if you count the RPO with the quarterback, Alan Rodriguez now coming in. They've allowed 60 points. They've only allowed 160 yards rushing. So their rush defense is stout, just like y'all's. You guys haven't. In their passing, that's where they've given up a little bit more yardage. But again, we want to thank Conrado Perez, the Eagle Pass aficionado, or not aficionado, but the guru of all sports.
Yes,
and
does a great job.
He does a great job. He's always out there. He's always making sure that the kids are displayed. The kids are mentioned and not and everything great about it. Yeah. So we'll be back with more. We're gonna keep talking to Coach Eric Vesignone, and of course we're gonna bring in Coach Ramirez, the defensive coordinator. Mr. Salas couldn't be here, but we saw him yesterday. He talked a little bit yesterday. We saw him over there at the concession stand. We're doing our pager to help the boosters and stuff like that. That's why we're at the concession stand, kind of helping out. But guys, we'll be back with more after this. You're watching Real Sports Live, Southwest.com.
Stat Emergency Center is here to offer emergency services any day of the week and around the clock. We know that our patients deserve better than the typical cramped waiting areas and long lines. Get the care you deserve. Get treated, not seated.
Texas Diamond Garage is located at 2881 North Veterans Boulevard. Personalize your car, truck, or SUV. Accessories, lift kits, maintenance, brake jobs, oil changes, and filter change. Best tires and rims around. Call them at 830-776-5363. That's Texas Diamond Garage.
The wait is over. Stat Specialty Hospital is now open with a patient-centered model focused on expedient emergency care, short hospital stays, and outpatient services 24/7. Stat Specialty Hospital's registration process is fast, and you'll be seen by a physician within minutes. Our professional team will treat you immediately with compassion, providing only the highest standards for your medical condition. Experience the difference that sets us apart at the corner of Veterans and Strickland Avenue. Stat Specialty Hospital. Get in, get out, get back to life.
Hey everyone, my name is Rudy with Mattress Clearance Warehouse, inviting you to come and see the best price mattresses in all of Laredo and now our new location in Eagle Pass. Take advantage of our great promotion that we have right now. For only $40 down, you can take your mattresses home today. Get 90 days same as cash. Queen sets start at only $150. We have a wide selection of different styles at different prices. Save as much as 75% off from big store prices. Call the number on your screen. Call me today.
And we're back live. Pink Taco, 666 Main Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. Gridiron Talk, talking X's and O's. And we got Coach Ramirez. Coach Ramirez, the game against Uvalde. We got to talk about that second half, because the first half you guys had the 3-0, but the second half was the half that the two big plays happened, and again DeAndre Carroll got loose. What can you tell me about the guys and what they talked to you on the sideline and what they said about the alignment, and was there anything that they saw different, Coach?
No, not necessarily. We went into halftime, we talked about it. Put our heads together, got feedback from our kids, and we did switch out a little bit. But other than that, we kept the same game plan, and it just came down to them making the plays. And we wanted to eliminate the big plays, and unfortunately we didn't, and we weren't able to finish. So that was the outcome.
Yeah, and it happens. I mean, you got kids 16, 17, 18 years old on the field, and you're asking them to do something throughout the week and then implement it on game day on Friday. Sometimes they're going to have the laps where it happens. But, again, you're going up against a good team in Uvalde. Of course, they came back being down 21-6 to Eagle Pass and winning 28-27 in the last in the fourth quarter. And again, the big play. It's nothing new. I mean, it happened. The big plays happen.
It was a lot of assignment football, so to speak. Defend that RPO. I think you got to treat that as similar to an option type of scheme.
Yeah.
So that's what it came down to. We failed at those situations, and they were able to execute and overcome, and that provided the spark for them.
Coach, talking this week, and you guys, of course, scheming and making sure that defense understands. Most of those guys know each other. Correct. They've known each other they're very they're
and that's something we always ask.
Yeah,
and we mention because they probably know more than we do.
Than you do, exactly, because they know the ins and outs as friends and not the X's and O's on the field.
And from facing each other throughout the years.
Throughout the years, yeah. From freshman year all the way to
really from 7th grade.
From 7th grade, yeah. Eric Sanchez, of course, your secondary coach. Eric Sanchez, Andrew Vasquez, Gilbert Vasquez, Gonzalez, and Contreras. What do you expect from them this game and being able to contend with Dakota Kiporos and the receiving core of Eagle Pass?
Oh, we're going to have to identify them, where they're at, maintain good leverage, that's for sure. They run good routes. They make plays. They're very effective in what they do. So we're going to be on top of our game, be able to identify the situation so we can put ourselves in a great situation as well.
Of course, I talked to Coach, and I mentioned that front seven of y'all. Is that you guys talked about, Coach Salas talked about that's going to be the key of the game, that front seven against that front of Eagle Pass?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it starts up front, and those guys have been producing for us up front. I mean, not only this season, but throughout all seasons. And like Coach mentioned earlier, everything starts up front. So hopefully we'll be able to give a good push and keep those guys off our linebackers and our secondary guys to allow those guys to make plays.
Jared Royce, coach, moving him from tight end and moving him from the offensive side of the ball and just putting him as a linebacker, what has that become for you guys, and how has he brought, how has his leadership brought that defense together?
Well, one thing about him, he's an athlete, so really we can implement him and put him anywhere, and he's gonna make plays. But he's a smart individual. Right? He understands the game well. He does have some experience. He did play some linebacker when he was a freshman, so we just thought he'd provide some more help for us on defense. So again, he's been doing a great job, as he was a player of the week, player of the game last week. So again, we're expecting great things from him and from all the other individuals that play.
Of course, the DN, Hosa, like I mentioned, the coach, he has a motor on him.
Yes,
The kid doesn't stop. The kid, wherever the ball goes, he goes. And if the ball is on the other side, he will find a way to get to the other side of the field to get that tackle.
Right. I mean, it just goes back to our standards. What we preach on defense is fight of the football. The objective is to stop them, find the ball, and whatever it takes to make a play.
Yeah, exactly. And Flores, coach, as far as interior, the D tackle, Flores, how big has he been for you guys this season, and even in the offseason? What did you guys see during the spring? During spring ball that you said, hey, this guy needs to start at D tackle.
Again, just having spring ball allowed us to evaluate more and more on him specifically, because he did get some snaps last year, but not the full snaps as compared to Ontiveros, which is our other D tackle. But again, we inputted him there, and he's done a great job. I mean, causing havoc up front for those O-linemen, and that's all we ask for them, from them on a daily basis, really. So again, our hats off to them, and we just keep on coaching them up and drawing those double teams. And
that's what I was going to touch on, is does the double team from Ontiveros, does that give Flores an opportunity to say, hey, let me go get some right now?
Well, it's either one of them's getting doubled or both are getting doubled, and again that allows the other guys to make plays, and again we recognize that and we reward them really for that, because that's what we demand from them, and if we're not getting that, then we should win that one-on-one situation. And we talk about winning one-on-one no matter what position you play. So, again, our hats, credit to them, and to them contributing to our success.
Yeah, of course, coach. The defense has, as I mentioned, the defense has not allowed too many in the two games. Of course, you only allowed 17 points. Of course, you guys had a shutout in the first game, and then got shut out in the second game, but. The pass defense is very good. You guys don't allow too many pass. I mean, if you're allowing less than 300 yards in passing, you're doing a good job in the secondary.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about winning first down and winning second down and putting them in a predictable situation on third down, so they can allow us to really make them one-dimensional and allow us to use our speed and work with our feet and provide some pressure.
Did Davila bring a special thing, having a speedy quarterback or preparing for him, coach, in week 2? And knowing that you have something similar coming up with Alan?
Definitely. Schematically, it's a little different, but they're still similar as far as their potential and what they can produce. But other than that, I think we had to get a great game plan versus Davila, and it's going to be similar versus Eagle Pass. But again,
we don't know who.
We got to maintain good leverage and take good angles towards the football. So we can make those plays.
And it's going to be a hard hit. I mean, both defenses. I guess you can hang your hat, both Coach Olivas and y'all. You guys hang your hat on defense.
Of course.
Eagle Pass. I mean, it's been year after year where the defense is what wins games, and the defense is what keeps you in the games for both teams that I've seen lately. Your teams just fly to the ball, and you're hard hitting, and you're trying to create turnovers, coach. You're trying to get your offense some more opportunities to score.
Again, that's our mindset is find a way to get off the field. All right, whether it's setting up punt return, setting up field goal block, or by creating takeaways. Again, providing opportunities for our offense. But again, it's not only us. It's like Coach mentioned. There's 3 phases to the game, and we control what we can control, and all we can do is provide the other phases good situations so that they can contribute as well.
Got it, Coach. So what's your take as far as your X factor coming into this game? What do you think your X factor is going to be, or which player is going to be your X factor in Friday night's game?
We feel it's going to be a great matchup up front. So the guys are interior guys for sure. Again, that's why they keep on shining week in and week out. So again, everything starts up front, and hopefully we can provide some havoc up front, like we mentioned earlier, and let everybody else make those plays.
There you go. There you have it, Coach Ramirez, the co-defensive coordinator for the Eagle Pass CC Win Mavericks. Like my shirt, Coach?
Yes, sir. Nice shirt.
Hey, I got to sport both teams, man. Border Tees Inc. Took care of us, Mr. Cantu and Yasmin. You can go to their Facebook page, and you can actually inbox them. They have limited quantities, so make sure you tell them that you saw it on Real Sports Live Southwest, and they'll get you hooked up for the big game Friday night, 7:00. We'll be back after this. We're gonna have Coach Villaseñor and Coach Tom together with me, and we'll have their final thoughts of Friday night's game. And of course, tonight JV plays at 7:30. We're gonna have the same type of game, a hard-fought game like we did last night, 8-6.
Yes, of course. I was coming out on top.
There you go. And we'll be back with more after this. You're watching Real Sports Live, Southwest.com.
It's the Hacienda Ford Labor Day sale where you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el Puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el Puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
And we're back live. We're at Pink Taco, 666 East Main Street. You can call them up at 830-872-0022. That's to order tonight after the game, tomorrow night after tomorrow night's game, or even Saturday after a night out. Hey, come on by. 6 to 12 Friday and Saturday. 6 to 11 Monday through Thursday is the hours. Coach Eric Villaseñor, Coach Tom Gonzalez. And as you see, Mavs, Eagles. And then I got right in the middle, I got my...
That's a big decal there.
Yeah, it is a big decal. Man, you always have to do something like that, right, Coach? Guys, as you mentioned, when we first started week one with the Gridiron Talk Show, you guys look forward to week 3. But we look forward to week 3 because it is a community affair. It's the game that brings the community together, and you bring both schools and of course the athletes on the field, Coach, from both Eagle Pass High School and CC Win, and you display them in this big game. I mean, this game is for all intents and purposes the game for them, so to speak, until of course playoffs comes around.
Yeah, it's a playoff-like atmosphere, like we tell our kids, and you want to be immune to that. I know it's tough to do. You get caught up in what we say, don't get caught up in the clutter.
Yeah, exactly.
Focus on what you can control, focus on the game plan, and focus on being the best version of yourself to be productive on Friday night.
Exactly. Coach, what are your thoughts?
It's a tough game for everyone, really. I mean, it's one of the we circle it on the calendar because I want to get it over with. I mean, it's very hectic. You don't understand. People don't get that. I'm playing my cousin here. That's in itself is tough.
Yeah, it's stressful. Of course, you have him week 3, but then you have week 5. And you have his dad.
Can't escape it.
You can't escape it. So, coaches, as we talked X's and O's and talked about all the kids that we're looking forward to watching on Friday night. Again, Coach, for you guys, Alan Rodriguez is going to be the key guy. Who's your X factor coming into to Friday night, Coach? Do you think?
I mean, I think they all play a big part in it, and you mentioned Alan. He did a fantastic job for us last week, but I think everyone has to play a big part, and they all got to do their part for us to be successful, because the Mavericks are a tough team, and we know that.
Coach mentioned earlier about the 3 facets of the game. Last week against Southwest, you did win the 3 facets of the game. You won the ball control and the turnover battle. You had 3 turnovers, Coach,
right.
And you had them in positions where your special teams got in on it, your defense got in on it. So again, those things when you win those battles, you get that W at the end of
about
the day.
90%.
About 90% of the
time, yeah.
And it didn't happen week 1, right?
Week 1, yeah, exactly. It's funny how it plays out. You're right.
And for you guys, again, week 1 was one of those where you won all 3 facets of the game, and you did everything well, and you scored the 30 points. But then week 2, it happens to where, again, like I mentioned, the coach, you're coaching up 16, 17, 18-year-olds during the week and making sure that you have the game plan and they implement it, and
it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to
you
coach.
Just show up and call plays.
Yeah, exactly. Coach, is there anything that we look forward to? I mean, are we going to look at more of Jose Padilla this week, or are you still again not giving up too much, because again, Saravia is out for this week, right, Coach?
Yes.
He's out, so Alan will get the start, but not giving up too much.
You're gonna see both of them.
You're gonna see both of them.
We're gonna play a great opponent, and we know we're gonna have our hands full, and it's gonna be a battle. We got to make sure we take care of what we can take care of. We can't turn the ball over. Can't give them anything. Can't give them a short field, anything cheap like that. And going back to the X factor, in our opinion, the X factor is going to be special teams.
Special teams.
It usually comes down to that. You look back in years past, and it's always come down one way or another. We had a botched snap, a fumbled kickoff, and in return, I know coaches had that. And
yes.
Those things will get you beat.
Yeah, and those little things, and of course the penalties, Coach. Not getting those penalties because it's an emotional game.
You know what, Freddie? I think Coach and we've done a great job of controlling it. In years past, maybe it was a little bit more fierce, but we've talked to our kids about just play with high character.
Yeah.
Play, don't let your emotions get the best of you, and Coach does a great job of handling his kids that way, and we do a good job of handling our kids that way. I think you saw that last night.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a heated battle. There could have been some words exchanged there at the end. There wasn't.
No, there wasn't.
And
very well said. You're right.
I was real proud of our kids and their kids, and I mean, our coaching staffs here in town, they're the best around.
Yeah, they are.
In my opinion.
I mean, I go to each practice, and of course, sometimes when I go to Eagle Pass,
uninvited.
Coach, uninvited. I just walk in and hey, what's up, guys? What are you doing?
You're always invited, Fred.
I mean, we preach to play with character.
Yeah, exactly, and that's one of the things that both coaching staffs has is the character building of these kids, understanding that's what they're gonna need at the next level, Coach.
Yeah,
right. So. Tonight, of course, JV, 7:30 kickoff, I believe. I won't be here. I won't be in town.
I'd like to congratulate the Mavericks for being the freshman Mavericks for winning, but both teams really played with a lot of character, a lot of energy. 7th and 8th, our 7th and 8th won, but both teams played really hard. They've been really close games.
Yeah.
But like Coach said, you can see the character in both from 7th grade all the way through high school, and it's really fantastic for our community to see stuff like that.
Yeah. And I mean, we have good coaches at the junior high level, freshman level, JV, and it's really practice what we preach.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
They preach it from, it goes from the top all the way to the bottom, and they understand, and the kids understand. It between the lines of the football field,
we can't control the external factors.
Exactly.
We can't control that. Unfortunately, it happens. But anything internally that Coach and I can control, we're gonna take care
of course.
I can assure you that.
And again, look, just like this, you guys can buy one like this, Border T Inc. You can go to their Facebook page.
It's gonna cost you a little extra if you buy that one.
and this one again, I have to sport both logos. One, because Real Sports Live Southwest, of course, carries both Eagle Pass and CC Win. But I have a nephew that plays at CC Win, and of course
you're an Eagle Passan. You support both,
exactly. I'm an Eagle Passan. Eagle Pass is where my heart is. Yes, I did leave for 6 years.
To Del Rio.
Hey, see, there you go. He had to throw it in there. He had to throw in the Del Rio stuff.
You do have blue headphones.
Yeah. He kept those from Del Rio.
Yeah, I brought them from Del Rio, and a shout out to Del Rio. Of course, we're gonna have them. I think next week we have one of their games live on I believe it's Saturday night. So we got Thursday night football tonight. We go to Laredo, your old stomping grounds, Laredo Nixon. Nixon plays tonight against Roma, the Gladiators. So we're going to be at Shirley Field, beautiful stadium. And we want to thank Ms. Barrera, the LISD athletic director, of course, the UISD, Bobby Cruz. Bobby's doing, I believe he's fundraising for the cure for, he tweeted it out. And so make sure you guys go and look at his tweet. I know, Coach, you tweet a lot at Win the Day.
I don't do any social media.
No, you don't do social media?
I don't even know how.
Well, I mean, but of course, you also can go at Coach Navejas, at Javier Cárdenas. Follow them.
And all of those tweets are promoting our kids.
Yeah, exactly. It's making sure that the kids,
our programs,
they're promoting the programs and making sure that
and it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah,
exactly. But we want to thank Pink Taco and Victor Lozoya and his staff here at Pink Taco. Another wonderful edition of Real Sports Live Southwest Gridiron Talk. As we got a chance to talk to the coaches. We talked to Victor. Make sure you guys come by. 666 East Main Street. It's 830-872-0022. Call them up ahead of time so you can place your order Friday night after the game. 6 to 11 from Monday to Thursday. 6 to 12 from Friday and Saturday. And again, guys, don't forget, this guy has something going on here at Pink Taco. I mean, you guys remember all these bands in the 80s. Yeah. I mean, you probably went to one of their concerts in San Antonio. Several? Yeah. Pink Taco, where eating out never tasted so good. That's their tagline. And, of course, Friday night, 7 o'clock. Who made the 7 o'clock, Coach?
Sorry.
Coach Gonzalez.
Actually, I'd like to say our district approved the 7 o'clock all the way across the board. And so we did all the rest of the games the same way. Since we're home, it's not Coach Reseñor's fault. So since we're home, we kept it at 7 o'clock.
We kept it at 7, yeah.
And actually, he tried to.
I do have a 2020 announcement. We're going to kick off at 8 o'clock next year.
I'm joking. 8 o'clock, No, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to
happen. Of course, Coach Graff, Eddie Graff, the athletic director for Eagle Pass ISD, thank you for allowing us to, have this opportunity to bring the light of both coaches, because you guys don't get to see this side of the coaches. Yeah. They don't get to see that. They only see what's on the sideline.
Coach and I, we talk 3 times a week, and we talk on a weekly basis. And
I'm a big Eric Reseñor fan. I always have been. I coached him. Obviously we grew up together. He's in my family. So. He's fantastic.
Yeah, and same with me. Coach gave me an opportunity at a young age, hired me on his staff, and really grateful for that opportunity, and you know, allowed me to grow.
There
me to grow in a variety of ways, and that's something I'll never forget.
So, guys, final thoughts, keys to the game, anything?
We'd like to invite everyone out to go out there and, you know, keep it clean, keep it safe. You know, it's going to be a great ball game. Two good football teams fighting it out, and just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Coach?
Just be safe. You know, I ask the fans, make good decisions out there. You know, you represent the community, and just be respectful. And we're gonna play our best. We're gonna give it our best shot. And I know Eagle Pass High School is gonna give it their best shot. And we're looking forward to the challenge.
And we're looking forward to getting our names on the wall here at Pink Taco. Of course, we can't leave without handing out the signatures. Again, guys, thank you very much for allowing us to come into your living room, into your office, anywhere you're at, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We're live. Don't forget, Thursday night football. We're in Laredo. Friday night. Make sure you catch all the alumni that can't be here, can't come. You can still listen to the game because we're going to have audio Friday night. And then, of course, an hour after the game, you're going to get to see the action on the field. So, again, thank you, guys, once again. Real Sports Live Southwest. We want to thank Coach Eric Villaseñor, Coach Tom Gonzalez, and, of course, the staff here at Pink Taco, Victor Lozoya. And, again, guys, make sure you guys go catch the game. Be safe out there at Cozell Foster Veterans Memorial Stadium. I always get mixed up when Flozell. Yeah, it's like it's and he's legendary in this in Eagle Pass. So, but again, guys, 7 o'clock kickoff. So we're gonna actually be on at 6:30 with our pregame show, brought to you by Hacienda Ford. And thank you very much, guys. Thank you once again, Coach Villaseñor, Coach Tom Gonzalez. Once again, another edition of Gridiron Talk. Don't forget, next week we're going to be Thursday morning, 10 o'clock.
All right, sorry.
It's okay, 10 o'clock.
Eastern time.
Central time, yeah. Central time. For all of us here, I'm Freddie Heredia. Keep talking sports, Real Sports Live, Southwest.com.
Valdez Tire Record Service, located at 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. With 24-hour roadside service, commercial tow, automotive repair shop, call us today at 830-757-3102. Valdez Tire Record Service wishes the Eagle Pass Eagles and the CC Win Mavericks a successful team season. Como Fitness Supplements and Lifestyles at Mall de las Águilas. Come in and visit our store or our website at www.kfsubs.com. Don't miss the opportunity to be something you can be. Como Fitness, located at 575 Commercial Street, Eagle Pass, Texas. Stop by anytime, 24/7. Work out on your own time at Como Fitness.
Recycling Center, 3323 Del Rio Boulevard, open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. But don't throw it away. Recycle it today at 3323 Del Rio Boulevard. For more information on how to turn your scrap into cash, call 758-0685 or find us on Facebook.